Hey guys, welcome back to Dee Dee's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today we're going to be making ruz b'haleeb, which translates to rice pudding. Now, if you want this recipe or any of my other recipes, go to ddmed.com. And don't forget, if you need any spices or seasonings or anything to make Mediterranean food, visit my store page. Now, we're going to go over the ingredients and I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Now for this recipe, I like to use white long grain rice. If you want to go the healthy route, you can always use brown rice. I also have some non-fat milk. If you can't use dairy, you can use soy milk. I have some sugar, I have some heavy cream, I have some cornstarch, orange blossom water, and then for toppings I have some cinnamon, white raisins, toasted coconuts, and ground up pistachios. Now, in this pan, I combine the rice with the milk and water, and I let it cook on very low heat, constantly stirring it for about 45 minutes until the rice has absorbed all of the liquid. See that? It's very thick. Now, what I'm going to add now is some heavy cream that gives it a thicker, more heavy flavor. It's very creamy, very dense. And I'm going to add the sugar, and I'm going to add the orange blossom water, and then I'm going to combine it very carefully. Now again, if you want to go the healthy route, you could definitely use brown rice with this. It goes really well. It's going to have a little bit more earthy flavor, but again, it is a lot healthier. So we're going to stir this up. Make sure that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom, otherwise you're going to end up with brown chunks in your rice pudding. Now also, some people like to add some lemon peel, some shaved lemon peel to this. That goes well as well. There's a lot of different flavors. You can add some vanilla to this. Some people like to add the raisins to this. I don't like to add my raisins. I like to put them in the dish that I'm going to be serving them. Just let that mix up a little. I'm going to let this go for about 10 minutes on low heat, and then I'm going to add the cornstarch to thicken it. Now, I combine the cornstarch with just a little bit of water. You never want to add cornstarch as a powder directly to any sort of liquid. Now, this is on very low heat. You also don't want to add cornstarch to anything that's over a hot flame, because then it'll just clump up. So I'm going to slowly stir in the cornstarch. You want to always stir it in, again, so it doesn't clump up. You don't want any thick parts of the rice pudding and then other parts still watery. Just like that. Now I'm going to finish stirring this, and I'm going to let it cook for another 5 minutes on medium-low heat, just till it comes to a very light simmer, and then we're going to let it sit for about another 5 minutes, just so that the pudding grabs together. Now, my rice pudding is sitting for just a few minutes, but I want to just go over, there's a lot of different flavors you can add to rice pudding. You know, there's a lot of different nuts you can add, raisins, cranberries, you know, all kinds of things, blueberries, chocolate. Just make it the way that you want it to be. Add your own little flair to it, because it's in cooking, you always want to add your touch to your dish to make it the way that you like it, and so that your guests enjoy it, of course. So I have some bowls here. Now when you prepare this, you can do it in a nice big bowl if you like, or you can do it in individual servings. I like to do it in individual servings. And you can always do this in advance. If you're having a party or, you know, whatever event, you can always do this a day or two in advance, and it'll be great. So for one of the dishes, I want to add some of the raisins to the bottom of the dish. These two, I'm going to actually add toppings to it. So what I'm going to do here is get the rice pudding and add some. You can use really small ramekins or you can use large ramekins. So just like that. These, I'm going to add some of the pudding to them. It smells great. Now after we do this, you want to let them cool completely before serving. Just like that. Now for the one with raisins, I'm just going to add some cinnamon. Just sprinkle it right on top, just like that. And with the heat of the pudding, that'll actually moisten the raisins. So just like that. One of them, I'm going to add some toasted coconut on top. I love toasted coconut with desserts. Just like that. And then I have some ground pistachios. So this one, and they're so pretty. I'm just going to add that like that. The color is so vibrant. It looks so nice. So just like that, you have your rice pudding with pistachios, rice pudding with toasted coconuts, and rice pudding with raisins and cinnamon on top. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It's really easy to make. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you again at Dee Dee's Mediterranean Kitchen.